My name is Juan Carlos Munoz Hernandez. You guys are in my studio, Chicle Studio, here in Venice, and I consider myself a sculptor and urban hidden literaturist. When I was at the age of 5 years old in Mexicali, Mexico, where we didn't really have any toys, so we used to make like UFOs with mud and water, and I think that's the first time I was introduced to sculpture, to art. At the age of 7, I was brought here to Los Angeles. In 92, 93, the late Robert Grant reached out to the inner city to get youth and teach them how to sculpt. He hired 7 of us, and we did the Mocha project. And we did a torso, and that's how I got into bronze sculpture. I worked on a lot of big projects with him. The cathedral doors, the Duke Ellington in New York, the Charlie Bird Parker that's in Kansas City. That was a pretty cool one. At the time when I was making these pieces with Robert Graham, I didn't realize the importance of doing all these sculptures, because I was still like, my passion was like in graffiti art, But then, it is graffiti art, all these sculptures, I get inspired by the female form, and then jazz music notes. It comes out of this instrument, and then these notes that become nude and almost like nude females kind of floating. Now this piece here, like the libros, it's more like cubism, a lot of cutting, real fine, straight edge kind of form. It's almost like breathing, like smooth and like mint, like fresh, like winter fresh kind of feeling in it, When I was about 14 or 15, I got introduced to the graffiti art in New York. I think it just took over my soul. After that, I started just kind of tagging around my high school and around the projects areas, and then I started doing pieces. So this mural here, I did this. I finished it in 1995. It's been like tagged on by tag. I feel like crossing these guys out, straight out. I'd be like, hey, cross my shit out. It was a drive-in theater in the desert. That was like the mural that was there originally. And then in '94, Robert Grant commissioned me to paint the mural. So that's like Abbot Kinney, and there's like a Zulu warrior there with like a shield surfboard looking thing. All this right here was a woman sitting down with an umbrella, like a picture I got from like 1930s. And it's no longer there. You could just barely see her hat. They totally went over everything, So I'm gonna just come back and I'm gonna use all spray paint to restore it. So this is the mural we did here. Yeah, this is kind of just abstract, kind of like flowing, whatever, And then Alex Kiesel, he did the sketch for the water, and it kind of helped him with that. But I did more like the background. I like these little dots my friend put in here, little touches, And there's another one over here around the corner. The last piece we painted, it was down the street. It was at Larry's Bar and Grill. I was really happy with that. This one I started from the center, because we were like, okay, we only have, 12 hours light. And that day it was raining. And so we was like, okay, we're gonna start from the center and let's see how far we can go. I don't like sketching my pieces, even like the murals out in the street. I just kind of go for it. And also I gotta give credit to Prime and Def. They started this whole other style of cutting edge, clean style with spray paint. See how the center is busier than the outer one? So I wanted it to have like a breathing kind of heartbeat feel to it, where like the center is really tight, and then as it goes out, you have more space. You start with one line, and then you start growing it. It starts growing, and then you go from here to there. We did this in one day. I think balance is the key for either sculpture or painting, or even a graffiti mural out in the street. You're still attacking it millimeter by millimeter, and that balancing it comes from like within, and then the outcome it's a balanced out mural or sculpture. And now I can't stop making them, but my soul feels good. My soul feels good.